A human smuggling investigation leads to Austin and a raid that finds nearly 30 people packed into a mobile home. Austin police call it one of the largest human smuggling operations they've uncovered in years.
This afternoon, investigators discovered more than 24 people inside one mobile home. It happened just east of Interstate 35, just north of Stastny Lane in southeast Austin. KXAN's Robert Maxwell is there live with our top story at 5. Robert?
You know, this is a very nondescript, typical mobile home community, and that, police say, is exactly the kind of place where they might be finding it easy to hide a human smuggling operation. Using zip ties for handcuffs, SWAT secured the scene. Then one by one, officers guided the exhausted-looking men and women from a place they thought was the start of a new life to a temporary refuge, a borrowed air-conditioned transit bus ahead of hours of interviews with authorities. Some of those who live here at the Paisano mobile home community shouted encouragement.
Estoy viendo que vienen aquí voces, que vienen aquí el SWAT, que vienen la policía. That's not right.
These are my people, a man named Luis told KXAN. Spanish speakers, he said, whose only crime was wanting to escape poverty and lack of work in their native lands. Police call these people victims of smuggling profiteers who are known to demand thousands of dollars at once and often use threats of violence to force people like this and their families to pay more once they're on U.S. soil. And of the 28 people detained, police say right now at least, they've got a lot of interviews to do. They don't know who is smuggler and who is human smuggling victim. At 6, we'll speak to residents here who say that they see illegal immigration as a normal part of living here in this part of Austin. We're live in Dove Springs tonight. Robert Maxwell, KXAN News.
You may remember last week that federal agents raided a home near Houston during an investigation into human trafficking. Agents found 115 men, women, and children being held against their will inside one house. Investigators believe all of them came to the United States illegally. Agents arrested 5 men. A criminal complaint says that the men threatened to hurt or kill people held in that home unless their families paid money. The suspects face charges of hostage-taking and violence with a firearm. The case in Houston is considered human trafficking, while today's raid in Austin is being called a human smuggling case. Well, what's the difference? The Department of Homeland Security says that smuggling focuses on transportation of people, basically helping people break immigration laws. Human trafficking centers on exploitation. For example, women forced into prostitution, or like the people in Houston allegedly being held captive for money. Both crimes are covered by federal and state penalties.